some really inciting topics, really interesting. But as usual, I am not doing this alone. I am joined in the studio by the ever pleasant and beautiful Ifeoma Orji. Nice to have you here again.
Same here.
All right, you look beautiful.
Thank you, and you too.
Yeah, thank you. Also, we are joined by our analyst extraordinaire in person of Mr. Daniel Sacramento. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, my people. My people. I want to say a very lovely morning.
All right, and we're also joined by Mr. Oladimeji Oluwafemi, all the way from Lagos. Good morning, sir. Mr. Oladimeji, can you hear me? Oh, okay. So we have very interesting topics to discuss today, and we're going to be taking a look at the highlights. First on our list is the reaction of some Northern ex-lawmakers who have come out to say that they would not be supporting Tinubu in the upcoming 2027 elections because of the state of the North and the impoverishment and malnourishment and all of that is going on in the North. You know, and there are also some Northern ex-lawmakers who have come to support Tinubu and all of that, but it's been a huge roller coaster. But I'm just going to be listing it before we tackle it. After that, the chief of staff in person of Gbajabiamila came to beg the Northern ex-lawmakers to let Tinubu finish what he started. So this was a plea by the chief staff. And then also El-Rufai, former governor, came out to say that if Tinubu is given a chance for a rerun in 2027, that we risk destruction, which is a very direct and direct statement coming from El-Rufai. Now, moving on, we are also going to talk about the statement by the governor of Anambra State and person of Professor Charles Soludo, who came out to say that any candidate promising to serve one term should be sent for brain evaluation. Okay, that's coming from our governor, and that's not all. Mr. Peter Obi came out to respond to the statement by Governor Soludo. So he said that, his one-year term is sacrosanct, and he started listing out a lot of other presidents who have done this in the past. So this and more is what we're going to be looking at, all right? We still have the statement by Daniel Shield, but let's just look at all of this first. What do you have to say about the Northern ex-lawmakers coming on to say that they will no longer be supporting the president because of the state of the North? Is this statement timely? Is this awareness timely? I mean, right now, why now?
Okay, thank you for that question. And Nigeria is a home of theater, comedy. That's what we've turned the country into, Everybody wakes up every morning, you hear one story or the other, you understand. And the issue is, when it is not favoring you, you tend to begin to react unnecessarily. Buhari was in power for 8 years. And we didn't hear the Northern and say they are not going to support him. We didn't hear that. And now, when it's a turn of a Southerner, these tribalistic attitudes now start cropping up. And this is one of the things why this country is just the way it is. People wake up when things are not working for them. And begin to make some level of clamoring, agitations here and there. Yes, it's always good to break agitations when there's, but the Northerners shouldn't come up right now. They just finished 8 years. They were in power for good 8 years. If there's any tribe that ought to be saying this, should be the Southeasterners. If there is any tribe that ought to rise up and say, come, we are not going to support President Tinubu, it should be us. Okay. When you look at the level of appointments, you see where we are placed. But we are not complaining because we've always known, we've always been living with this level of things. I don't want to use the word marginalization, but people could use it. But me personally, I don't like coming up to say marginalization. That is the truth. Yeah. I don't want to use that language because part of what we are passing through, we know that we are even involved in it. So I don't want to go there. So, but what we are saying in essence is that the Northerners that are crying foul now, or crying wolf now, they shouldn't come up with it because their brother just finished 8 years. Okay. We were there. All of us were there. We were all part and parcel of the sufferings. Yes. So I don't think it is right for them to say that Tinubu stood with their brother for 8 years. Yeah. He worked with him. He did so many things with him. I'll have to cut you short there, Sacramento. And if concerning the statement about giving Tinubu a second chance to finish what he started, do you think that statement is democratic or a political overreach?
I think it's actually a political front. Yeah. They just want to, get everybody together to vote for Tinubu coming 2027. Because how can you tell me that you want to give, everybody should support Tinubu for a second tenure when we have people that are they are dwelling in poverty? That is number one. And then, have you seen the high cost of things, how things in the market have skyrocketed? Things are seriously very expensive in the market. Now, let's look at the insecurity. Look at Benue State. Look at Plateau State. Look at the Southeast. You get a lot of people die. People die on daily basis. And you tell me that you want to give the same person that is supposed to be in charge of securing these people's lives a second tenure. I mean, I think it's just a political front.
Thank you for that.
So it's more like you want us to keep on dying. We've been dying, but you want us to die more. Come on.
I see your point. I think Mr. Oladimeji can hear us now. Can you hear us, sir? Can you hear us, Mr. Oladimeji? All right, because I want to go on to the next question.
So let's buttress this a little bit. Okay. You talked about insecurity. We all know where this insecurity started from. We all know where it all started from. Now let's give a little hint. During when President Yar'Adua of blessed memory was there, when the Niger Delta agitation was there, he was able to call them together. Come out from the creek. Let's sort this thing out. Let's make a way. Let's have a chat. He did. And that was where all these things, he was able to bring them together, the likes of Asari, the likes of Soboma, the likes of so many of them, they all came out. Tompolo, they all came out from the creek and embraced dialogue. And today, we could see that all those agitations were no longer in there. Now, when the Boko Haram thing started in the north, where all these things started, we didn't really know what the agitation was all about. President Jonathan tried all he could. But some people who are today, the people that are coming out as messiahs, we are all part of these issues. They started this matter.
I see where you're going to.
You understand? But I don't want to go there. That's why I'm trying to select what I'm trying to say. But that is the truth about it. So, the Northerners knows where this hope insecurity. They know it started from that side.
From that side, yes.
The people, the actors who started acting the script and could no longer hold on to it. And it became a full-blown terrorism act. They are all there.
But I wanted to add, please, I would love to cut you short there. By linking development projects, right? Sorry to cut you short, in the north to equitable governance. Comparing the development in the north to equitable governance. Are they being sentimental on their end? I mean, the northerners saying that, the president hasn't done anything. Are they saying from a myopic standpoint?
Let me tell you, they are just being sentimental. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay.
they were all the ones that 19 northern governors voted in, from APC, voted in Tinubu. They were the ones that voted him in. Then other people who now started joining. Now, Tinubu removed subsidy. And the money was shared to governors to go and use to develop their places. They wouldn't say there is no federal government presence in their places. So, is it not the same amount of money that they collect? Some of them even collect higher. Is it not the same amount of money they collect that other southeastern governors collect? Enugu state governor, is he not a governor? Is he not building things there? Abia state governor, is he not doing things, projects there that everybody is now saying, wow, so these things could be done? Anambra state governor, is he not doing something there as well? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I don't really understand what they want. I don't really understand what actually they want.
Okay, let me come in there. Well, I think I'm loving the fact that they turned down, they rejected Tinubu from running a second tenure. We already know that power was once in the northern. Yes,
for a long
they
time.
just finished.
For a long time. But it has shifted because they have been impoverished. Their people are suffering day by day. So I love the fact that they are kind of coming together with Nigerians to say we need a change. That's that's the aspect I'm coming from. I don't want to know if they enjoyed the other reign. That is
if you do not want to know, it becomes an issue.
I'm coming. I already know that, but what I'm trying to say is I love the fact that they are reacting and they are rejecting this particular thing, and they are coming together to say we can't continue this way, and that is what 2027 is supposed to be about.
I really agree with that.
It's supposed to be about change.
Yeah, and I think it's a collective.
Now for those people coming out to say let's support Tinubu, I mean, when somebody is your boss, what do you expect? They will definitely support their boss.
But I think the number one boss for Nigerians should be Nigeria itself. You get, like, Nigeria should be our boss more than a particular political officer or office holder. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I really agree with you on that. I'm moving on to the next question, right? Concerning this statement, do you think that the statement by the Chief of Staff has enough power to elicit this type of positive responses, looking for from the North?
It does not.
If you look, well, you could, it's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
There's like the way two set of Northerners has come to say we're supporting Tinubu. The other aspect is saying we are not. Now you look at what have we really enjoyed all through this tenure?
Maybe they have patience. Maybe they have hope.
What have we really enjoyed? Now, the problem I'm saying here is this. I don't want to make case for some of our governors so that I don't look as if southern governors, but I will have to. Now, the likes of Anambra State Governor, the likes of Enugu State Governor, the likes of Abia State Governor, they came into power with an agenda. So we don't always tell you that my mandate is with but yes, he said my mandate is with a time frame. I don't know if you understand. The very first day he stepped into office, he was sworn in today. The next day he started work somewhere at Toboko. The same way Abia State Governor was sworn in, the next day he started work. Enugu State Governor was sworn in. The next day they started work. These are people who came to serve. They didn't come to play politics. These are people who have had the yearnings of their people, who have seen that the infrastructure in their state have been dilapidated for more than 20 years. So they have an agenda.
Yeah.
They have set something to come. Some of these governors are just political office holders who do not have any agenda but to come and to enrich themselves. It is in this state today. It is a statement of fact. Everybody can see. Anambra State Governor, from primary to secondary, free education. I remember Jonathan giving free education in Etuanamajiris in the north. They rejected it. And these are some people crying for development. Now, the majority of them, I'm not condemning them. At least I know that the governor of Borno is doing massively well, trying to make sure that, to bring Professor Zulum. He's doing well. Now, the problem is, when people always think that power belongs to them, one particular people that think that power belongs to them, these are what you get.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I like that.
But when you see that power is something, that governance, giving people good governance, is what is paramount. It is not what you acquire.
It's not your birthright.
It's not your birthright.
Yes.
Continue.
I think what you're saying is quite apt. But on the other hand, I actually think that this is actually, I love the fact that they are coming together. I've been saying it. We know that
these people are not coming together. Let me tell you what they are doing. This is a mind game. These people are playing. She mentioned something about playing mind game. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing.
With Nigerians. It is resonating with Nigerians. And Nigerians, this is what Nigerians want. They don't want.
I feel like even though it's been slow, even though it's been like far,
it's not in.
That is how they didn't want. Let me tell you. This was how they didn't want Jonathan. This is how they didn't want Jonathan. Let me tell you. This was a pure Democrat that came to salvage those hawks. Those people who have mortgaged, that think they have mortgaged this country, that this country belongs to them. They didn't allow him to survive. I remember when he said he wanted to pass a bill of single term of 6 years. Do 6 years and do not come back to politics in the next 10 years.
This thing you're saying, you've said something like this before. What I'm saying is that even if it does not benefit them, but for the fact that they are coming out to say
now,
they don't.
I understand what she's saying, because it's better late than never. I think what she's trying to say is that it's better late than never, because at the end of the day, Nigerians are supposed to make a collective effort to fight for a better Nigeria. So if it has taken them over 16 years to come to that realization, at least,
even if it does not favor them.
Do you understand what we are saying now?
They are coming out now to say we are tired of this administration. We've not benefited anything from it. That's it. Just underline that.
I know where you're
going. Okay, so you're saying
underline that language. Underline that language. All they are crying for is benefits. That's what they are saying now.
But at the end of the day, they're not looking for.
Like the way we are now. We are talking
for a better Nigeria.
A better Nigeria. Yes. Now a set of people are coming so that you have a very lovely footage. A section of people are coming out from the north. Yes, I agree. We are in a very dire situation. I agree. No, there's no two words about it. You talk about insecurity, it's terrible. Very, very terrible. Because that is the bedrock of development.
Yes.
When there is no security, there can't be any development. That is the truth. Now, I want to tell you that I totally agree. The section of people coming, talking about
Tinubu not having a rerun.
Let me go this other way. Now, I also have issues with Tinubu talking about. I also have issues with Tinubu. We've not seen any significant change, because you said you are going to continue from when Buhari stopped. And not me and you. This is where I want you to learn what I'm saying. Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. What did Buhari give to us? Is the first question you will ask. The economy was in a very terrible situation. That is it. Now, somebody who told you that he will continue from that angle, I don't understand.
Now I get what you're saying.
Now you see the picture of what I'm painting.
Yeah.
So that is the truth.
See.
So if there are people that should be clamoring, now if they come out now to say we are tired, it should be from the middle bit. When they start saying that, we will now start listening to them and say, yes, so we understand. I don't want to call names, because if I get into my, I'll start calling names. Let me tell you. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because when you see people coming out, these are people who created these security problems. I'm telling you.
I understand what you're saying.
Because they believe power belongs to
them. And it's not so. No, I feel like I really... Do you understand what he's saying?
I understand what he's saying, but I believe that 2027 is going to be a shift.
And I don't like this attitude of them talking about 2027 when we have not seen anything.
It's going to be a shift. You get, it definitely won't fall back.
Definitely it has to be a shift.
Yes.
It has to. But we know the system we operate.
We know what they are doing right now is kind of to play like they are not in support, and then when they are to bring out the candidate for election for presidency, to definitely come from them. Okay, but what we are saying is when we get to that bridge, we will know how to cross it. But for now, I love the fact that they are coming together to say we don't want Tinubu for 2027.
All right, let's take the statement from Daniel Shield. Okay, so he says that the Tinubu government is a mafia. Is disguised as a mafia organization. Do you understand that? Is a mafia business disguised as governance, and that was what he put out on his Twitter X account, right? And there has been a lot of reactions concerning, but I would rather take yours. What do you make of that statement?
Who is Daniel Shield?
Daniel Shield, he's the one that made the comment.
Who is he? Is he in the political angle?
No, he made...
I want to know where he's from.
As an observer.
So, okay, he's an observer. Okay, because if he was in the political atmosphere or he's a politician, then I will not know how to reply him. You understand? Well, he's saying that the Tinubu's administration is a mafia thing. Well, he has his own ideology where he based his argument from. You understand? Now, when you come to a burial ceremony, perhaps a woman died, and somebody is saying that the husband was the one that killed him, or somebody else. Then from the other quarter, you're hearing that is the uncle that killed the woman, or somebody else killed the other. You know, definitely everybody has a reason for their assertions.
Yeah.
Now, it brings us back to what we're actually discussing. Where is this administration taking us to? What significant difference have we seen ever since this administration took over from the past
previous one?
Irrespective that they say they are continuous, there's a continuous assessment. Do you understand?
And that's deep.
Now, those are the questions we need to pose. Ab initio, the high cost of living started this dispensation, and it's been high. We've not seen any significant reduction. A car we normally buy for 1 million. You can't get a car for 1 million naira now.
It's not possible. Even Keke is not even 1 million.
Keke is almost 4.5 million.
Yeah.
So where actually are we headed to? And that brings me to what the former governor of Bayelsa State, who is in the House of Senate now, I'm talking about Diri, who just left, he's in the House of Senate now. He was telling them, Nigerians are dying on a daily basis. Things are getting worse. And we are talking about 2027. We're talking about defections. So he said, maybe the executives are just there preparing for 2027, leaving, things they needed to do that will build up to the 2027.
And they are just running for everybody
is talking about 2027.
Yeah.
When people are there, is it not the same people who are in hunger, who are in that have been dying on a daily basis, are the people that are going to vote?
Is that people don't care about
the present level of caring we get from this particular administration?
And that's really sad.
That's very
sad.
So every looks and cries, everybody is talking about 2027, 2025. Things are not in good shape.
I think we have misplaced priorities.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. This country, I don't know, this particular administration, I don't want to talk about the country. This particular administration, what is their blueprint? Because the only blueprint I had during the campaign period was a Miloko. That was the only mantra.
Mr. Oladimeji, can you hear us now?
So definitely they need to put us on a blueprint so that we know exactly where we are heading to. 2027 will come when things, when things normalize, everybody is happy, the security has improved and all this stuff.
Then we can now talk about something. But before I cut you short, I wanted to ask a question because we are working with time. Do you think that this statement is politically useful? Do you think it's going to spur change or make our leaders sit on a hot seat in order to sit up and do better? Or do you think it's just going to cause a political chaos in the country?
Okay, let me actually start on what he said about Tinubu running a mafia administration. Now, we all know what mafia means. It's actually, when you talk about nepotism, you talk about mafia. When you talk about silent dissent, you talk about mafia. Now, we know what nepotism means. I don't know if you guys
now
the same thing with silent dissent. When people see what is going on in the society and it's not favoring them, but they keep quiet because those that are in power have power over them. You get their strength is more than theirs. Now, I actually think that this is what is going on in the country, because look at the current 172 billion that was actually allocated for the rebranding of the Murtala Ahmed Airport this thing. Now you see that people are going through a lot at this time, and you're appropriating such fund when healthcare, there is no proper care. Do you get? There is no proper care for healthcare. When security, there is large insecurity in the country, and you are allocating such funds. And let me tell you, yearly that fund is being allocated, and we're seeing that it's literally a mafia administration. When somebody comes out and does whatever he wants to do, so I think that this is actually an eye opener for people in Nigeria, and not just people in Nigeria, people in diaspora, and people that want to make a change in this government. That's what I feel. Because looking at it, you have to look down and see that Nigerian has actually gone through shaggy. Make I enter.
Yes, so we have.
As person talk about this.
You're talking about 170 billion in
chill now. As person don't come out to talk about this thing, it could make people look down. May they go read their book where see say Buhari, sorry, Tinubu no do anything for this particular administration.
Okay, let me tell you. I want to buttress a little point. You're talking about 172 billion to renovate our international airport. Okay, it is still irrespective. We know that is corruption. That one day, how much did Wike, FCT minister, use to renovate a hall?
Valid.
39 billion.
Valid.
To renovate a hall, not building new one. Renovation.
Yeah.
In this country. Those analysts, nobody said anything. Those governors, nobody said anything. Those northern governors,
they turned a blind eye.
Nobody is saying anything. Just people of activists that came on board to say, man, what kind of things? And he came up, and nobody is saying a jack. Do you understand? So, if anybody comes out to say that Tinubu is running a mafia administration, I won't flog him. I will not be angry with him.
That's why he's right.
That's what I said. Into him, he understands where he is looking out to say, look at this. Now you are innovating Murtala Mohammed Depo 100 and something. We are talking about insecurity. We are talking about paying a policeman who has served this country for 35 years. You are paying him gratuity and pension for 2 million naira. What a wicked generation.
It's a mafia.
I like that you said that, because I wanted Mr. Oladimeji, if you can still hear us, I want you to come in on this conversation, sir. Mr. Oladimeji, can you hear me? It seems he can't, because the next question I wanted to ask, with the state of the nation right now and with the statement that he has made, there is also something that, I don't know if you saw the news about a radio station that was shot because of...
in Zamfara State.
Yeah, in Zamfara State. So I feel like, apart from the fact that we are going through what we are going through as a nation, the press as a body is being antagonized when you come out to make some certain statements. And right now, with this man's statement, I'm not saying it's wrong, it's his personal view and everything, but I'm saying when you're making such statements, especially with the kind of influence that you have, you might want to water down on the words that you use. Not like water down, but be more cautious, because these are people that have in the past, we've seen what they've done to the press, or seen what they did to people who came out to say, oh, I don't like this, I don't want this, I don't stand for it, you know, and which is really sad, because it's a free press, we are a democratic nation, and it shouldn't be encouraged.
See, I don't think they should sugarcoat anything. Say it as it is. If it is a mafia administration, say it. If it is black, say it. If in day white, talk am.
I agree.
You understand? That is what a press should stand for. They should stand for
the truth.
People, yes, the truth, and nothing but the truth.
But the government that we're in now, they have a different definition of...
It doesn't matter.
Well, let me tell you, in as much as it is wrong shutting down a radio station, because that is the mouthpiece of a common man. That is a means of people, you know, when it's like somebody taking away, locking you in a house, in a room, and taking away your means of communication. You're finished. You don't know what next is going to happen to you. So it was absolutely wrong suspending the license, and he was even giving orders to the Commissioner of Information and IG of Police to come and take over the radio station. Now, and he was meant to realize that the government has no power to take license. Do you understand? The government has no power to take license.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are bodies. It's NBC that has the power.
Yeah.
Because they are the one that gives license, and they're the one that have power.
And
I was happy the Minister of Information had to let him realize that he has no such power. And that is it. And there are bodies that can handle all those things. We have RATAW, Radio Television Theatre Workers Union, that he should report to. They know how to handle some level of things. Now, be it as it may, a lot of press people as well, because of the biasness of some being infiltrated by politicians, could as well go out to say defamating words against a governor or a state, and it is wrong, because some people are being paid to write things that are not right about a particular just because they think they are in the opposition. It is wrong. Yeah. And that is the truth.
All right. Thank you for that. Let's move on to the next story, which is really, really interesting to look at. So, President Governor Charles Soludo came out to say that anyone or any candidate who says that they are only going to stay for a single term needs to go for brain evaluation. And before that, people were not saying it. They were just like responding to that particular statement until Mr. Peter Obi came out to, reference that statement that he made, and he, made a post on his verified Twitter account, that is X. He said, "My one-term 4-year vow is sacrosanct," and he started listing the former presidents who have been able to achieve that in the past, in persons of Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, and other people, right? And then he went further to say that it's not in my own words, it's not your birthright, that the Constitution has stated that it is 4 years, and within that 4 years, if you have a clear plan, if you have a clear goal, 4 years is more than enough to be able to achieve your mandate and to be able to achieve what you want to do. And he said that if he is able to enter power come 2027, that he will not stay a day longer than 4 years. And he also made reference, although he didn't call names, right? But he said words like, another person said this person said that you need psychiatric evaluation, but we know who the both parties are talking and referring to. And this particular line, this thread of statements has elicited a lot of response from Nigerians. So we'll quickly take a look at some of those comments before I get your own perspective on the matter. So Iru Naya says, if Tinubu can destroy the country in 1 year, you can fix it in 4 years. I believe you. Okay, so that is coming from Iru Naya. This is coming from King V. He said, this is why I like Peter Obi. With him, there is no ambiguity or hidden context. Man just made it clear to expunge all doubt whatsoever that he intends to cling onto power. Like he said, he is not cut from the same cloth, and I believe him 100%. So this is the Otumba. He says, you left APGA after swearing to late Ojukwu. You called some folks structure of criminality, yet you returned to them. None of your words has stood the test of time. You're a man with zero honor. Your word is not your bond. Quite heavy. Now, this said, Salako says, this is the man I follow, the man I stamp my feet in solidarity behind. You want to show what is possible in 4 years, and come 2027, you will. Osibanjo showed us what was possible in 1 month. 4 years is a lot of time. We'll just take one more. So this is Duke of Africa. He said, I don't think 4 years is enough for you to complete your job on putting Nigeria on the right track. Almost everyone in the civil and military service, all services in general, are highly corrupt. After your 4 years, who do you deem fit to replace you that would water the tree of growth you have planted? And that is all we are going to take concerning the comments. So now let me go to my, analyst for today. What do you have to say about the statement by Soludo first? Do you think it was targeted at certain politicians? What do you have to say about Peter Obi's response? And do you think there's a possibility for, do you think it's possible for someone to enter into office, finish everything he said he was going to finish within 4 years?
Okay, first I will want to, let me react like you rightfully asked. Soludo, I wasn't in him, but he has his own reasons of why he made mention of what he did. Perhaps he's not contesting for the presidency. He's contesting, trying to seek for a second tenure in office. And I think that's where he's basing his argument, because somebody from his zone, his particular zone, is going out to tell people that he was going to do just 4 years. Perhaps that was in the contest. But because he didn't specify, basically, this is the person I'm talking about. So maybe the people of the obedient and they had to cash into it to react. Do you understand?
Okay.
And that's exactly it. All right, Mr. Oladimeji is on the line. He's in the line.
Mr. Oladimeji, good morning. We have been trying to get through to you. I'm happy you can hear us now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.